Hey, when the power goes out and you need a little bit of comfort, you wake up in the morning, I need coffee! And there's no way to cook the coffee, at least with this electric coffee maker. I got a workaround in a grid down solution. Stay tuned, I'll share with you. Hey, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. We oftentimes have power outages. Living out here in out in the sticks, they shut the power down, or a windstorm comes through, shuts the power down. And in the mornings when I wake up, there's no power. I usually use this little coffee maker that uses K-cups to make my coffee. Well, oftentimes I don't have the luxury of making coffee from the electricity, so I figured out a workaround. So I went online and I purchased this stainless steel percolator coffee maker. I use it on a gas stove, which we have gas. I can light my burners without electricity. And there is an alternative solution for those who don't have gas stoves. You can get these little butane countertop stove tops, little burners. You can use them for camping. I'll leave a link for those down below that you guys can purchase one from Amazon. And then there's this neat little apparatus that I got. It's antique looking, but it's brand new. And it's a coffee bean grinder. Now, what I found is that coffee beans store a lot longer than your regular ground coffee. Ground coffee tends to stale out, but all the flavor is locked within the beans. That's what I found out. Let me demonstrate how I make coffee with a percolator coffee pot and grind my beans in a grid down situation. I'm going to leave the lights on, but you know what it's like to wake up with no electricity and not have just that one little simple comfort to get your day started. Coffee, starting fluid, a black martini. So how this thing works is it's got this basket in it, and it comes in 3 parts. It's got this funnel part where when the water boils in here, the water will push up through from the bottom, because this is concave, and it push up through the top and spill out over the top. Your coffee grounds will go in here, and then you lay this over the top of it, and as the water percolates up, the boiling water filters down through this top screen, down through your coffee grounds, and produces the coffee down inside of the pot. Let's put some water in this and get started. Now on this particular model, it has measures on the sides, but one thing I want to add is do not overfill with water, because otherwise your basket will be buried in water. You want the drippings to flow freely down into the water below. So let's get this started. Open the lid. Take some coffee beans out. And your coffee grounds show up in this little drawer. Dump them in here. Now this grinder has an adjustment up here so you can make your coffee grounds coarse or fine. It's up to you and how you want to adjust it. And once you're satisfied with the amount of coffee grounds you got out of your beans, go ahead and finish it in the basket. Put the lid on it. Set it in your coffee pot. Now, if the power's out, the stove won't light, but I'm jury-rigging a way to keep the stove on in spite of the power outage. So I just use one of these sparks to light the stove in the event of a power outage. Now, I grew up with one of these on my stove, except it was an aluminum model. My parents, that's how they made their coffee back when I was a kid. And it was fascinating to watch the coffee bubble up through this glass top. That's what it's there for, so you can see your coffee percolating. That's cool. So while we're waiting for the coffee to percolate, I want to share a story with you guys about this picture. Those who have not been following my channel, I want to share with you guys. I actually painted that. This picture is a watercolor, and the medium is not paint. The color that's on there is actually coffee. I just mixed the coffee up with different strengths and weaknesses to give me the different shades of color that I need to paint this coffee cup for my coffee bar. I'll go ahead and leave a link for this so you guys can go watch me paint this actual painting. It was quite interesting. And there it begins to percolate. You know it's done percolating when it starts appearing to be a nice brown. That means the water is all infused with that coffee. Okay, you can start seeing it turning brown. So the whole process takes about 15-20 minutes to grind your beans and you get the water heated. Of course, the less water you have, the quicker it'll percolate. But I like probably 3 cups of coffee per day. So I'll just drink a cup and let it set. And if I need another cup, I'll just heat it up under the stove and warm it up. But you don't want to set it on a simmer because it'll burn the coffee and make it give it an awful taste. It really brings out the acidity in it. So I think we're done here. Just pour it. Okay, folks. Now, if only they had smell-o-vision, because you could smell the aroma of fresh brewed coffee throughout the kitchen and permeating throughout the house. And hey, that's a wake-up call in and of itself. So time to give this a sample taste test of this black martini. By the way, it's a straight-up no chaser. I do not use cream. I do not use sugar. No additive. Just a straight black martini. That is good flavor, really good flavor. Now that I'm awake, I can start my day, go out and feed my livestock. Yeah, and take care of my mother-in-law, and take care of me. Oh. Well, I'm Jerry Hansen, your host, with, a hack on in a grid down situation, how to brew coffee to get your day started and still maintain a little bit of comfort when you have some anxiety and stress from the power going out. Gosh, we become so reliant on electricity. My house, we're dwindling down on electrical use. We have some electric appliances, but those are used randomly in short bursts of energy. But I've got a way of providing power to those when we need to in a grid down situation. And we'll talk about that in another video. In the meantime, go ahead and check out that video on me painting that picture. And also, I'm going to leave a link for this coffee bean grinder and the coffee maker, and also a little butane stovetop you can use in your house on your counter if you don't have a gas stove. Like I deliberately put a gas stove in because I knew we were going to be living with little to no power in the future. So I've done that. I've lived with this stove for 10 years now, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Give us a thumbs up. Share my videos on your social media platforms. Helps us out. Remember, be safe. Always be kind. And I hope I was able to inspire you guys with this